Okay, so get this, right? We're diving into this stack of research summaries, and it's like having all these AI breakthroughs in medicine right at our fingertips.
It's really incredible, yeah.
It's wild. We're talking like diagnosing diseases, even standardizing those medical reports. And get this, predicting mental health outcomes just from what people are saying online.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing stuff.
It really is.
The volume of research that's coming out on this topic, it's just incredible.
Yeah.
And I think the potential impact on healthcare is simply enormous.
It really is huge. And so for this deep dive, you've given us a ton of material, academic papers on like everything from, spotting cancer early to like helping doctors make better decisions, like right there in the ICU.
That's right.
So our mission, right? What are we doing here? We're sifting through all of this and bringing you the most exciting, those developments that are game changing, the kind of stuff that makes you go, wait, they can do that with AI now.
That's exactly right. And one thing that jumps out right away is how central these large language models are, these LLMs,
Right.
to a lot of this research.
LLMs.
Yeah.
So are these LLMs like super smart computers that can like understand and process language like we do?
That's a great way to think about it, yeah.
Okay.
LLMs, they're a type of artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And they've been trained on like massive amounts of text data.
Okay.
And this lets them understand and even generate human-like text. And what's so fascinating is how they're being applied across such a wide range of medical tasks.
So it's not just like one size fits all AI. These LLMs, they can be customized for all different purposes in healthcare.
Exactly. One example that really caught my eye was the work by Oriol Peretz and their team.
Okay.
They used a well-known LLM called GPT-4 to tackle this really challenging problem of diagnosing these uncommon or complex medical cases. And so they put together this data set called CUPC, which stands for Clinically Uncommon Patient Cases and Diagnoses.
Okay, so this is like those real head-scratcher cases that doctors face, the ones that don't like fit neatly into textbook descriptions.
Exactly, precisely.
Got it.
And what's remarkable is that GPT-4, even though it's a general-purpose LLM,
Right.
was able to diagnose these really challenging cases with impressive accuracy.
Wow.
In some instances, it even outperforms specialized medical AI models.
Wow. So even without specific medical training, this AI can help doctors figure out these tough cases, and that's potentially life-saving, especially for people with rare diseases or unusual symptoms.
Absolutely, and that brings us to another really fascinating aspect of LLMs, which is their adaptability.
Okay.
Researchers are developing these specialized LLMs that are tailored for specific medical tasks. So, for example, DeepSeek R1, this model excels at mathematical reasoning.
So it's like having an AI mathematician on call to help doctors make those precise decisions.
Yeah, think about the complex calculations involved in things like drug dosages or interpreting lab results.
Yeah.
DeepSeek R1 could be a real game changer in those areas.
That's incredible. But are there any areas where these LLMs might not be so effective?
That's a great question. And while LLMs are incredibly versatile, they do have limitations.
Right.
For instance, there was a study on traditional Chinese medicine.
Okay.
And they found that while LLMs were really great at remembering medical facts, they struggled with the complex reasoning and ethical considerations that are often involved in TCM.
So even AI needs to learn cultural nuances when it comes to healthcare.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It highlights the need for careful consideration when applying AI to different medical systems and cultural contexts.
Right.
It brings up another important trend that we're seeing, which is this move toward multimodality in AI healthcare applications.
Multimodality. That sounds intriguing.
Yeah.
What does that even mean in the context of AI and medicine?
It's all about combining different types of data for a more complete and accurate picture of a patient's health.
Okay.
So instead of just relying on text, like patient records or research papers,
Right.
researchers are now integrating things like imaging data from CT scans and X-rays, lab reports, even text from online forums and social media.
Wait, so AI is now analyzing everything from our blood work to our tweets to help diagnose and treat us.
This is right. And
That's kind of freaky.
I understand that feeling, but think about it. Our health is influenced by so many factors, not just what we tell our doctor.
Right.
This multimodality approach allows AI to consider this wider range of information, potentially leading to to more accurate diagnoses and more personalized treatment plans.
Okay, I see the potential there, but what kind of like real world applications are we seeing with this multimodality approach?
There are some truly groundbreaking examples out there.
Well, for instance, researchers have developed AI models that can analyze CT scans to quickly and accurately classify intracranial hemorrhages,
Okay.
which is bleeding within the skull.
Right.
And this could be, life-saving in emergency situations,
Yeah.
allowing doctors to make faster and more informed decisions.
Wow, that's incredible. So AI is acting like a second set of eyes, helping doctors spot these critical details in these images that they might miss. What other applications are out there?
Well, another team used AI to analyze electronic health records to predict unplanned admissions to the ICU after elective neurosurgery.
Oh, wow.
So by combining information from clinical notes, lab results, and other data points, the AI could identify patients at a higher risk of complications.
So it's like having an AI early warning system
Exactly.
to help doctors anticipate potential problems and intervene before they escalate.
Right.
I mean, that could have a huge impact on patient safety and recovery. Exactly. And we're seeing similar applications in other areas like cancer research. Researchers have combined LLMs with lab reports and radiological images and clinical notes
Huh.
to create an AI biomarker that can predict a serious complication called cachexia even before traditional methods might detect it.
So it's like AI is giving doctors a glimpse into the future,
Yeah,
helping them identify potential risks and tailor treatments more effectively.
exactly.
This multimodality approach seems incredibly powerful. Are there any challenges in bringing all these different data sources together?
Absolutely. One of the biggest challenges is simply the sheer volume and complexity of the data.
Yeah.
It's like trying to piece together this giant jigsaw puzzle, but with pieces from different boxes.
Yeah.
And that's where a project called CLIMB comes in.
Mm.
It stands for Clinical Large-Scale Integrative Multimodal Benchmark.
Okay. Break that down for me. What is CLIMB all about?
Essentially, it's a massive data set that combines all sorts of medical data, imaging, language, time series, graphs, all in one place. And this is helping to drive the development of more sophisticated AI models that can handle this multimodality challenge.
So it's like building this giant library of medical information that AI can learn from and use to make, better predictions and decisions.
That's right.
That's pretty amazing. But with all this focus on complex data and these sophisticated algorithms, I have to wonder, what about access? Can these AI advancements reach those who need them most, particularly in underserved communities?
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
And thankfully, researchers are exploring ways to bring AI to the edge, making it more accessible even in areas with limited healthcare infrastructure.
Okay.
So think about rural communities, developing countries, even disaster zones.
Right.
These are places where AI could have a truly transformative impact.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Tell me more about how AI is being used to bridge these healthcare gaps.
Well, one really inspiring example is a project that developed an AI-powered smartphone app for fetal assessment in rural Guatemala.
Wait, so they're using AI on smartphones to monitor fetal health.
That's right.
That's brilliant. How does that even work?
Well, the app uses the smartphone's built-in sensors, like the microphone and accelerometer, to collect data on the fetal heartbeat and movements.
Okay.
And then AI algorithms analyze this data and provide insights to the midwife, who can then make informed decisions about the mother's care.
Wow, it's like putting a sophisticated medical device in the palm of a midwife's hand,
That's right.
empowering them to provide high-quality care even in these remote settings. I love that.
It's truly remarkable, and it highlights how AI can be used to democratize access to healthcare. And this concept of standardization plays a crucial role in making AI healthcare solutions more widely applicable.
Standardization, that sounds a bit technical. What does that mean in the context of AI and healthcare?
So imagine a world where all medical reports, regardless of where they were created or who wrote them, follow the same format and use the same terminology.
Okay.
That's what standardization is all about, creating this consistency and clarity in medical data.
Ah, I see how that would be important. It would be like having a universal language for healthcare,
Exactly.
making it easier for doctors and researchers to understand and share information.
Precisely. And AI is playing a key role in this standardization effort.
Okay.
For instance, a team developed an AI model called RETS-TA
Right?
that's specifically designed to standardize clinical fundus image reports, which are used to assess the health of the retina.
So instead of having doctors use like all these different formats and terms to describe what they're seeing in these images,
Right.
RETS-TA creates this uniform report that everyone can understand.
Exactly. And this not only facilitates communication among healthcare providers, but it also improves data integration for research and quality control. It's like having a translator for medical information, ensuring that everyone's on the same page.
That's a game changer, but what about knowledge sharing, especially for organizations with limited resources? Can AI help there too?
Absolutely. A scoping review um, looked at how AI can help nonprofit healthcare organizations share knowledge more effectively.
Okay.
And AI can help analyze data, identify best practices, and connect organizations with the resources they need to make informed decisions.
So it's like giving nonprofits access to the same kind of data analysis and decision support tools that larger institutions might have
That's right.
that could really level the playing field.
Exactly. And it's all about making knowledge more accessible
Yeah.
and empowering healthcare providers to make the best decisions for their patients. But speaking of decision making, we can't overlook the importance of AI in dealing with those rare and uncommon cases we touched on earlier.
Right. We talked about how LLMs like GPT-4 can help diagnose those tricky cases. Is there more to it than that?
Definitely. Remember that CUP case data set we mentioned?
Yeah.
Well, the researchers who created it, they pointed out that traditional data sets often focus on common conditions,
Okay.
which can lead to AI models that struggle with the complexities of real-world medicine.
Right.
So CUP case is specifically designed to address this by providing AI with a much richer understanding of the diversity and complexity of human health.
So it's like giving AI a crash course in the art of diagnosis,
Yeah.
exposing it to the full spectrum of human health, not just the textbook cases.
Precisely. And this is leading to AI models that are more adaptable, more resilient, and more likely to provide accurate diagnoses, even when faced with unfamiliar or complex cases.
It's like training AI to think like a seasoned doctor, considering all the possibilities and not jumping to conclusions.
Exactly.
That's incredibly exciting, but it also makes me think about the importance of responsible AI development.
That's a crucial point. As AI plays a larger role in healthcare, we need to ensure that these systems are developed and deployed ethically and responsibly.
I'm so glad you brought that up. What are some of the key considerations when it comes to responsible AI in healthcare?
Well, one major concern is bias.
Right.
You know, AI systems are only as good as the data they're trained on, and if that data is biased, the AI will reflect those biases.
Right. So if an AI is trained on data that primarily comes from one population group, it might not be as accurate when applied to people from different backgrounds.
Exactly.
Guess that's a serious concern.
Absolutely, and that's why researchers are developing frameworks to detect and mitigate bias in AI data sets.
Okay.
One example is a framework called GIUD,
Okay.
which analyzes the relationship between annotations in data sets and data properties,
Got it.
like protected attributes such as race or age or sex.
So GIUT acts like a bias detector,
That's right.
helping researchers ensure that the data used to train these AI models is fair and representative of the diverse population it will be used to serve.
Exactly, and this is just one example of the many efforts underway to ensure responsible AI development in healthcare. It's all about being proactive and thoughtful about the potential implications of this technology, especially when it comes to people's health and well-being.
It's clear that there's a lot of exciting work happening at the intersection of AI and healthcare.
Absolutely.
But with all these advancements, it's crucial to remember that AI is a tool, not a replacement for human expertise.
Absolutely. The future of healthcare is not about robots replacing doctors. It's about humans and AI working together to provide the best possible care.
Speaking of collaboration, I'm curious about research on how AI can be integrated into clinical workflows in a way that truly benefits both doctors and patients.
Yeah, there's some fascinating work being done in this area. One study focused on co-designing a clinical decision support system with ICU clinicians.
Okay.
And the goal was to create a system that seamlessly integrates into the existing workflow
Right.
and provides doctors with valuable insights without overwhelming them.
So it's not just about like building a fancy AI tool.
That's right.
It's about making sure it actually fits into the real world environment of a busy hospital.
Exactly.
And enhances the way doctors already work.
Precisely. And the study highlighted the importance of user-centered design, where doctors are involved in the development process from the very beginning.
That makes so much sense. By bringing doctors into the conversation early on, you can ensure that the AI tools being developed are actually useful and relevant to their needs.
Exactly. And this collaborative approach is essential for building trust and ensuring that AI is truly seen as a partner in healthcare, not a threat.
This has been a fantastic overview of some truly groundbreaking work in AI and healthcare. It's clear that this field is evolving at an incredible pace, and the potential benefits are enormous. But there are also important considerations around responsible AI development, data privacy, and ensuring equitable access to these technologies.
Absolutely. It's an exciting time, but it's also a time for careful consideration and thoughtful dialogue.
Yeah.
As AI becomes more integrated into healthcare, we need to ensure that it's used ethically, effectively, and for the benefit of all.
Well said. So we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
Yes.
We've explored the power of LLMs in medical diagnoses, the rise of multimodality in patient assessments, and the potential of AI to reach underserved communities. But there's so much more to uncover.
There is.
In the next part, we'll delve deeper into some of the more specialized applications of AI in healthcare, from unraveling the mysteries of the brain to tackling the challenges of mental health. So stay tuned.
As we shift gears to explore these more specialized applications of AI, one thing that keeps coming up is the way AI is enhancing our ability to connect the dots in medicine.
That makes sense. I mean, medicine is so complex, and it's often those connections between like seemingly unrelated things that hold the key to breakthroughs.
Right.
So how is AI helping us see those connections?
Well, one fascinating area is the development of these knowledge graphs.
Okay.
Think of it as this massive interconnected web of medical information.
Got it.
Researchers are using LLMs to create these knowledge graphs, pulling together information from tons of medical research papers and organizing it in a way that makes it much easier to understand those complex relationships.
Okay, so I'm picturing like a giant spider web with all these different medical concepts linked together.
Yeah.
Causes, symptoms, treatments, risk factors. I mean, that sounds incredibly powerful. What kind of knowledge graphs are being created?
Well, one example that caught my eye is the stroke knowledge graph, or SKG for short.
SKG.
Yeah, researchers used an LLM to analyze a huge collection of stroke-related articles,
Okay.
pulling out key information and connecting it
Yeah.
to create this comprehensive map of stroke knowledge.
So it's like having a super powered medical textbook
Yeah.
that not only gives you the facts, but also shows you how those facts relate to each other. How would doctors or researchers actually use this?
Imagine a doctor treating a stroke patient, right? They could use this SKG to quickly access the latest research, see how different treatment options compare, and even get personalized recommendations based on the patient's specific characteristics.
That's amazing. It's like having an AI assistant that can instantly sift through like mountains of medical literature and provide these tailored insights.
Right.
And it's not just for stroke, right? You mentioned that knowledge graphs are being developed for other areas of medicine too.
Exactly. Researchers are exploring the use of LLMs to expand knowledge graphs in areas like cognitive neuroscience,
Okay.
which is the study of how the brain works. Think about the complexities of the brain, all those interconnected neurons and pathways.
Right.
AI is helping us unravel those mysteries and potentially paving the way for new treatments for neurological disorders.
It's mind-blowing to think that AI could play such a crucial role in understanding the human brain. But speaking of understanding the human mind, we've also seen some interesting research on using AI to tackle mental health, which is often so difficult to diagnose and treat.
It is.
What are some of the key advancements in this area?
One study that stood out looked at whether LLMs could be used to predict mental health outcomes based on what people are saying online. So they focused on text from social media posts and online forums.
Wait, so they're using AI to analyze our online chatter to figure out if we might be struggling with mental health. That sounds incredibly challenging. How does that even work?
Well, they use some advanced techniques to essentially teach the AI to understand context
Okay.
and draw inferences from from text,
Right.
much like a human therapist might.
So it's not just about like looking for keywords like depressed or anxious.
Right.
The AI is actually trying to understand the meaning behind the words, looking for these subtle cues that might indicate a mental health concern.
Exactly. And while this is still early research,
Right.
the results are quite promising.
Right.
It suggests that AI could potentially assist in mental health screening and early intervention,
Yeah.
especially for people who might not have access to traditional mental health services.
That's incredible. It's like having an AI companion who can like listen without judgment and offer support when needed.
Yeah.
What other exciting developments are happening in the world of AI and mental health?
Researchers are also exploring how AI can be used to personalize mental health treatments.
Okay.
They're developing AI-powered tools that can analyze a patient's symptoms, history, and preferences to recommend the most effective therapies.
So it's about moving away from this one-size-fits-all approach to mental health care
Right.
and tailoring treatments to each individual's unique needs. That's really promising.
It is, and it aligns with the broader trend of using AI to personalize healthcare in general.
Right.
We're seeing this in areas like cancer treatment, where AI is helping doctors choose the best therapies based on a patient's genetic profile and the specific characteristics of their tumor.
It's like having an AI advisor who can help doctors navigate the complexities of modern medicine
That's right.
and make the most informed decisions for their patients. But with all this focus on technology, I have to wonder, what about the human element? How do we ensure that AI enhances the doctor-patient relationship rather than undermining it?
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
And it goes back to what we've been emphasizing throughout this deep dive, the importance of the human AI partnership.
Right.
AI is a powerful tool,
Right.
but it's not a replacement for human judgment, empathy, or
Yeah.
the art of healing.
Right. So it's not about AI taking over healthcare. It's about finding ways to integrate AI in a way that supports and enhances human expertise.
That's right.
How do we strike that balance?
Well, one important step is to focus on user-centered design when developing AI tools for healthcare.
Okay.
This means involving doctors and other healthcare professionals in the process from the very beginning,
Right.
ensuring that the tools being created are actually useful and relevant to their needs.
So it's about having doctors and AI developers working side by side, not in silos.
Exactly. And it's also about ensuring that AI tools are designed to enhance, not replace the doctor-patient relationship. AI can help doctors analyze data and make more informed decisions,
Right.
but it can't replace the human connection that is
Yeah.
so essential to healthcare.
Right. It's about using AI to free up doctors' time so they can focus on what they do best.
Yeah.
Listening to their patients, providing emotional support, and delivering compassionate care.
Precisely. And this brings us to another crucial aspect of the human AI partnership, which is education.
Okay.
As AI becomes more integrated into healthcare,
Right.
it's essential that we equip healthcare professionals with the knowledge and skills they need to effectively use these tools.
That makes sense. It's not just about giving doctors a new gadget.
Right.
It's about helping them understand how to use AI responsibly and effectively to improve patient care.
Exactly. And this education should start early in medical schools and residency programs. Future doctors need to be trained not only in the science of medicine, but also in the principles of AI and data science.
So it's about integrating AI into the medical curriculum, preparing the next generation of healthcare professionals to navigate this AI-powered world.
Precisely. And it's not just about doctors.
Right.
Nurses, pharmacists, technicians, all members of the healthcare team. They need to understand the basics of AI and how it's changing the landscape of healthcare.
It's like we're entering a new era of healthcare.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that everyone is prepared for the journey. But education isn't just for healthcare professionals, right? Patients also need to understand how AI is being used in their own care.
Absolutely. Patient education is crucial. We need to help patients understand what AI is,
Yeah.
how it's being used in healthcare, and what it means for their own health and well-being.
Right. It's about empowering patients to be active participants in their own care, not just passive recipients of AI-driven decisions.
Exactly. And it's also about addressing any any concerns or anxieties patients might have about AI? You know,
Yeah.
some people might worry that AI will dehumanize healthcare or lead to less personalized care.
Those are valid concerns. How do we address them?
It's all about communication.
Okay.
We need to have open and honest conversations with patients about the potential benefits and risks of AI in healthcare.
Yep.
We need to emphasize that AI is a tool that can enhance human expertise, not replace it.
Right.
And we need to be transparent about how AI is being used in their care, ensuring that they feel informed and empowered.
It's about building trust
Yeah.
and ensuring that patients feel comfortable with the role of AI in their healthcare journey. But trust isn't just about transparency and communication.
That's right.
It's also about ensuring that AI systems are developed and deployed ethically and responsibly.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to some of the key considerations we discussed earlier.
Right.
Bias, privacy, and accountability.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that AI systems are designed and used in a way that is fair, equitable, and protects patients' rights.
Right. We can't just blindly trust AI to make, life-altering decisions about our health.
That's right.
We need to hold these systems accountable and ensure that they're being used for good, not for harm.
Precisely.
Right.
And that requires ongoing dialogue, collaboration, and critical thinking.
Yeah.
We need to constantly evaluate the impact of AI in healthcare, identify potential risks, and course correct as needed.
It's an evolving landscape.
It is.
And we need to be adaptable, thoughtful, and committed to using AI in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Well said. It's a shared responsibility.
Yeah.
Doctors, researchers, policymakers, patients, all of us.
Yeah.
We need to work together to shape the future of AI in healthcare.
I'm so glad we're having this conversation.
You too.
It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of new technology, but it's crucial to step back and think critically about its implications, especially when it comes to something as important as healthcare.
Absolutely. And I think this deep dive has done a great job of highlighting both the incredible potential of AI in healthcare and the need for careful consideration and ethical guidance.
Mm.
We've explored how AI is being used to diagnose diseases, personalize treatments, streamline workflows, and even enhance our understanding of the human brain.
Right.
But we've also emphasized the importance of responsible AI development, data privacy, and the need to ensure that AI is used in a way that is equitable and benefits all members of society.
It's been an incredible journey so far, and we're not done yet.
We're not.
In the next part of our deep dive, we'll explore the evolving role of healthcare professionals in this AI-powered world,
Right.
and discuss what skills and knowledge will be essential for navigating this new frontier. So stay tuned. As we wrap up our deep dive into AI and healthcare, it's like striking how much ground we've covered.
It is pretty remarkable.
We've seen how AI can diagnose diseases and personalize treatments, streamline workflows, even reach patients in those remote areas. This is truly transformative stuff.
It really is. And what's so exciting is we're still just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah.
As AI continues to evolve, we can expect even more groundbreaking applications in healthcare, things we could barely even imagine today.
It is both exhilarating and a bit daunting to think about,
Right.
all this potential, but also a lot of unknowns.
It is. It is.
But one thing that keeps coming back to me is the crucial role of healthcare professionals in all of this. They're the ones on the front lines,
Right.
interacting with patients, making decisions that really impact people's lives.
Absolutely. And as AI becomes more integrated into healthcare, the roles of doctors, nurses, and other healthcare professionals will undoubtedly evolve.
Yeah.
Some might worry that AI will replace them.
Right.
But I see it differently. I see it as an opportunity for these professionals to elevate their skills and focus on what truly matters, the human connection in healthcare.
I love that perspective. So it's not about AI taking over. It's about AI empowering healthcare professionals to practice at the top of their game, to be even better at what they do.
Precisely. Think about it this way. AI can handle a lot of those, repetitive data-heavy tasks.
Right.
Freeing up healthcare professionals to spend more time with their patients, really listening to their concerns, providing emotional support and explaining complex medical
Yeah.
information in a way that's easy to understand.
It's like having an AI assistant that takes care of all the administrative burdens, allowing doctors and nurses to really focus on what they do best, caring for people.
Exactly. And this shift will require healthcare professionals to develop new skills and embrace new ways of working.
Right.
They'll need to become comfortable interacting with AI systems,
Right. Mhm.
understanding their capabilities and limitations and knowing how to interpret AI-generated insights.
So it's not just about being like tech savvy.
Right.
It's about developing a kind of like AI literacy, a deep understanding of how to work effectively alongside these intelligent systems.
Precisely. And this AI literacy will involve several key components.
Okay.
First, healthcare professionals will need to understand the basics of AI,
Yeah.
how these systems work, what they're good at, and where they can fall short.
Right. It's about demystifying AI,
Yeah.
taking away the fear of the unknown and empowering healthcare professionals to see AI as this valuable tool, not a threat.
Exactly. Second, they'll need to develop strong critical thinking skills, especially when it comes to evaluating AI outputs.
Yeah.
Remember, AI systems are only as good as the data they're trained on,
Right.
and they can sometimes make mistakes or produce biased results.
So it's not about blindly trusting what the AI tells us. It's
Right.
about applying our own judgment, looking for inconsistencies, and considering alternative explanations.
Exactly. Healthcare professionals need to be able to ask the right questions, challenge AI's recommendations, and ultimately make the final call based on their own expertise and their understanding of the individual patient.
It's about being a discerning user of AI,
Yes.
not just a passive recipient of its outputs. And this brings up another crucial skill, effective communication.
Absolutely. As AI takes on more tasks in healthcare, communication skills will become even more important.
Yeah.
Healthcare professionals will need to be able to explain AI-driven decisions to their patients
Right.
in a clear and compassionate way,
Yeah.
addressing any concerns and ensuring that patients feel comfortable and informed.
It's about maintaining that human touch,
Yeah.
that empathy and understanding, even as technology plays a larger role in healthcare.
Precisely. And communication isn't just about talking to
Oh,
patients. It's also about collaborating effectively with other members of the healthcare team, including data scientists, AI developers, and ethicists.
so it's about fostering a culture of interdisciplinary collaboration,
That's right.
breaking down those silos between different fields,
Yes.
and working together to create a healthcare system that truly integrates the best of human and artificial intelligence.
Exactly. And as we move toward this future of human AI collaboration in healthcare, it's important to remember that it's not just about skills and knowledge.
Yeah.
It's also about mindset.
Mindset. Tell me more about that. What kind of mindset do you think will be essential for healthcare professionals in this new era?
I think it's all about embracing lifelong learning.
Okay.
The world of AI is constantly evolving with new breakthroughs and applications emerging all the time.
Right.
Healthcare professionals will need to be adaptable, curious, and always willing to learn new things.
It's about staying ahead of the curve, constantly expanding your knowledge base
Yes.
and being open to new ways of thinking and practicing medicine.
Precisely. And it's also about embracing a growth mindset.
Yeah.
Seeing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth rather than threats to be feared.
I love that. It's about having a positive, proactive attitude toward this evolving landscape, recognizing that AI is a tool that can help us all reach our full potential as healthcare providers.
Exactly. And ultimately, I believe this mindset of lifelong learning and growth will be essential not only for healthcare professionals, but for all of us as we navigate this rapidly changing world.
It's a powerful message, and it brings us back to that overarching theme of the human AI partnership. This
Yeah.
idea that technology is not here to replace us, but to empower us, to help us achieve things we never thought possible.
Absolutely. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. As we conclude this deep dive into AI in healthcare, I want to leave our listener with a sense of both excitement and responsibility.
Oh, yeah.
Excitement for the incredible possibilities that lie ahead, and responsibility for ensuring that we use these powerful tools wisely, ethically, and for the benefit of all humankind.
Beautifully said. It's been an incredible journey exploring this fascinating and rapidly evolving field with you. And to our listener, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found it as enlightening and thought-provoking as we have.
Remember, the future of AI in healthcare is not predetermined. It's something we're actively shaping through our choices, our actions, and our commitment to using AI responsibly and for the greater good.
So keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the conversation going. The future of healthcare is in our hands.